And while he thought it all very
Stupid
odd and wondered if
toothpaste.
this
It
voice
always seems to leave my mouth dry as fuck.
dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, for God's sake.
To speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a
Because the voice said it?
too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Oh shit.
and he
No!
invited himself to wake up.
Damn it.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always
Crap.
been.
We go back to the beginning.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And where are we when we wake up? Nope, we're still here. Fuck. Continuing on.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
It's getting red.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Damn it. And loading screen.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Well, you say that now.
It's comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And back to the beginning. Yep. Alright, I'll be right back, going for a drink. Alright, let's do this the proper way this time. No going in an infinity cycle.
Stanley decided to perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But I gotta say, taking that right door was pretty good. There was a lot of stuff to do with a single right turn.
To a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door and
Let's find something new. Although I have to wonder, when we go through the orange door, do the first rating, do we go through the right door or left door again? That makes me wonder whether that would change anything.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I have to wonder if that would change anything. Oh, I can't go in the executive bedroom. Bathroom. Whoops. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been
Oh.
keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Okay, there's a down button. Where the hell are we going? Oh my god, it's loading somewhere. No! Oh shit! Something new. What have we here, I was wondering.
Going deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I wonder, can I save it? Begin at the beginning, resume game. Ooh, save. Alright. We're in somewhere new.
Stanley walked straight ahead through
Mind control facility.
Mind control facility.
Alright, this is where I'll save it. Yes. Escape or mind control? Alright, let's follow his story first. Well, I'm guessing this is the light switch.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, that door's closed, so... That's a lot of lights. Well, who built this kind of big-ass room, anyway? Why would you build something this big? Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their
Fired.
signature revealed.
Fired.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
Wish I knew what that said.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. This is your story, dude. What the hell does that do?
Mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What does it mean by fired?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent...
Well, it said mind control facility.
Utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the
Power.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Mind control
Walking,
offline.
Eating, working.
Mind control
all of it
offline.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Sure, that's what I'll do. Hehehehe. Some buttons. Yeah, there's a purple one. Nothing. Alright, new save, somewhere new. Does this door open? Nope. Can't do anything there. Whoa, stairs. Yay. Wonder where this goes. 4. It's the 4 game, as opposed to the old 8 game. 4, the prequel to 8. Good times, good times. Now, what is this? Console disabled. Alright. I believe I've explored every current possible... Whoop, what's this? 5. Well, that's 4. Where's 1, 2, and... Oops, there's one over here. What's this? That's 3. Alright. I am interested. Where's 1? 1. 2. Let's see what happens if I push them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 4. Nope. Now 3. Now we go over to 4. And then we'll go over to 5. See what happens. If nothing, we'll continue on into the power facility. See what happens. See what happens. And... nothing. Alright, moving on. Mind control idle. Awaiting input. Okay. Yeah, this ain't suspicious at all.
When he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright, I'm gonna go over that save again. Save. On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Uh-oh.
I kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about...
Man, I hope these buttons work.
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
It didn't work.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer
3.
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons.
It said 3.
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
3.
Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here
Blue.
will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
What?
One
Yellow.
solved? Do you have any idea what your
Red.
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Blue.
But here's a spoiler for you. That time
What?
isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Blue.
You're still playing instead of watching a cutscene.
3.
I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
You suck.
To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Wait,
You want
it's a
to
10 on
control
the
this
one.
world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
You suck.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Just
Or will you
push
let
all
go
buttons.
peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Damn it! There's something you can do there to make that stop. I know there is. Fuck. Alright, where's this going? Back here. Fuck. Alright, be right back. Okay, let's try this again. I've heard there are... Oh, hello. You can go out the window? Holy shit!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination
Alright, that was
of
weird.
structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun place to be?
Slightly confused, but alright.
We take a minute just to drink it all in. Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I use... Oh.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Quite
Perhaps
possibly.
you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice...
Oh, you prick.
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
Oh,
Indeed,
God.
you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Shit. Okay, let's try that again.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Where's 2, 3, 6? there's 7, but where's... Huh. Alright, let's... I can't get up there again. Huh. That's strange. Okay. Cannot jump up there. Two. It's interesting. Gonna have to make sure I keep an eye on all those computers. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Going
door.
this way again. Can't get out the window. I can't jump.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Okay,
disbelief,
going
Stanley
this
decided
way.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping...
Stupid thing hit me in the wall again.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
Ah,
Please,
he remembered.
coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ah. Okay. Oh, that opened! Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Well, that couldn't open before. Can't even see my face in the window. Well, that door didn't open before. Oh, this one. Business strategy. Alright, this is new. What if I'd push down? Okay, well... guess I want to go up. Well, that's unexpected. Alright. This wasn't possible before. I guess every time you play there's something different and you gotta check every fucking thing. If I ever come here again, I'm gonna have to go down.